I present to you the most powerful woman in the world. This is how, on 26th October 1985, the then UN Secretary General Kueller introduced Mother Teresa to the United Nations General Assembly. And today, on 5th of September, through this video, I am presenting to you that most powerful yet humble, one of the most active yet a very contemplative mystic nun, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, better known as the Saint of Gutters. Mother Teresa was born on 26 August 1910 in Skopje, the capital of present Macedonia. Her parents were of Albanian origin, Mr. Nicola Antonafai Bonaxe. Her name was Agnes Gonza Bonaxe. And she had a very good family background. She recalled saying, "I remember my father, mother, and the rest of us praying together in the evening." But in the year 1919, when she was just 9 years old, she lost her father. And today we understand that he must have been killed by his enemies for voicing for the liberation of Albania. And then she became all the more close to her mother, who was a very pious and charitable woman. Her mother, though poor and struggling to make both the ends meet, still managed to help feed and clothe many people, most of whom were strangers. And Mother Teresa grew up watching all these exemplary lives. She was also very active in the parish choir and grew up in a very religious manner. And when she was at the age of 12, as usual, went for a pilgrimage to the one of Mother Mary's churches. And it is there she first felt the desire to consecrate her life for God in the service of the poor. And no doubt it was her mother who was her first inspiration. She left home in the year 1928 in the month of September at the age of 18 for Dublin to join the order of the Institute of the Blessed Virgin Mary, known as the Loreto Sisters, in order to accomplish her desire of going to India for mission. And she reached India in the year 1928 and underwent the novitiate period in Darjeeling. She professed her first vows in 1931 and began teaching in St. Mary's High School in Calcutta, teaching the poorest children of the Bengali families of the city. And almost for 17 years, she continued teaching with enthusiasm and zeal. But it was in the year 1946, on September 10, that call within the call happened. On her way to Darjeeling for making her annual retreat, while in the train, she happened to see the people struggling for food and being neglected. And she felt being called by Christ to leave her present way of life, to go to the streets and slums, serving the poorest of the poor. And as she had made a private vow to Jesus, to not to withhold him anything, but to give him everything he asked, she did show the courage to leave the Loreto convent and to found a congregation. And in the year 1948, she began a new congregation with just a handful of members, most of whom were her former students. And she got the canonical recognition in the year 1950 by the Archbishop of Calcutta, and then was also recognized later in 1965 by Paul VI, the Pope. And today, as we know, the Missionaries of Charity has grown abundantly, working in more than 130 countries with the members numbering more than 4,500, with many more lay people helping them. And we know that it is a congregation that does not have any institution for generating income. They just blindly trust in the providence of God. And Mother Teresa has not only become a saint but also a popular figure and inspiration for millions of people, not only Catholics but of people of various faith and walks of life. But amidst all this, what touched me from the life of Mother Teresa is her humility. That she considered herself as a pencil stub in the hands of God, and he considered all her works as the works of God, not hers. And secondly, I was surprised to know about her life of darkness that lasted for almost 50 years. We know that she gave happiness and hope to the lives of so many, but lived in utter hopelessness and darkness. She couldn't feel the presence of God in her life for 50 long years, but still she continued with her work because she had founded her life in faith. And lastly, as she herself was a lover of silence, she said once, God speaks in the silence of our hearts. We are living in a world full of noises. We also need to cultivate that aspect of silence in our lives if we really want to listen to God's calling in our life. Dear friends, let's resolve this day to imbibe at least a few of qualities from the life of Mother Teresa. May Mother Teresa intercede for us and for the world for peace and lasting joy. I wish you, on behalf of the Voice of Saints, a happy feast. May God bless us all. Amen.